The death of diesel, how Tesla and Toyota killed the engine of the 20th century. You think you know cars. You've seen the rise of sleek Teslas silently gliding down highways and the buzz around hybrids like the Toyota Prius saving the planet 1 mile at a time. But hidden beneath the shiny hood of innovation lies a graveyard, a mass extinction of the diesel engine, the so-called workhorse of the 20th century. Once the pride of automotive giants like Volkswagen and Mercedes-Benz, diesel's reign has come crashing down faster than a failed emissions test. This is a story of scandals, betrayal, and the unstoppable wave of green technology that forever altered the landscape of the auto industry. So buckle up as we dive into the jaw-dropping saga of how Tesla and Toyota delivered the final blow to diesel domination. It's hard to imagine now, but there was a time when diesel was the engine of progress. The story begins in post-war Europe. The continent was rebuilding, and fuel efficiency wasn't just a luxury, it was a necessity. Diesel engines, with their rugged durability and ability to squeeze every drop of energy from fuel, became the backbone of transportation. Trucks, buses, and even family cars turned to diesel as the engine of choice. For decades, diesel was marketed as reliable, efficient, and even environmentally friendly. By the 1980s, diesel cars were dominating European roads. Governments incentivized their production, claiming they emitted less carbon dioxide than gasoline engines. Brands like Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and Peugeot rode the wave of diesel's popularity, turning it into a symbol of practicality and progress. The diesel engine became synonymous with power and endurance, from roaring semi-trucks to humble hatchbacks. For many, diesel wasn't just an engine, it was a way of life. But beneath the surface of this golden age lay a problem no one wanted to confront. Diesel engines produced harmful nitrogen oxides, NOx, and particulate matter that posed significant health and environmental risks. The supposed clean diesel image was a carefully curated facade, and the truth would eventually explode into one of the biggest scandals in automotive history. The year was 2015, and the world's automotive industry was rocked to its core. The United States Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, announced that Volkswagen, the king of diesel cars, had been caught cheating emissions tests. The company had installed defeat devices in millions of cars worldwide. These devices allowed vehicles to pass emissions tests by temporarily lowering their nitrogen oxide output during testing conditions. But on real roads, these cars were emitting up to 40 times the legal limit of NOx. The revelations were catastrophic. Volkswagen's carefully crafted image as a pioneer of clean diesel crumbled overnight. Fines, lawsuits, and criminal investigations followed, costing the company billions of dollars and its reputation. But the fallout didn't stop with Volkswagen. The scandal cast a long shadow over the entire diesel industry. If the world's largest automaker could cheat on such a massive scale, who else was guilty? Confidence in diesel engines plummeted as consumers and regulators turned their backs on the once beloved technology. While the diesel industry reeled from the scandal, two companies were busy shaping the future of transportation: Tesla and Toyota. Tesla, led by the enigmatic Elon Musk, wasn't just selling cars, it was selling a vision. The Model S, released in 2012, proved that electric vehicles, or EVs, could be luxurious, high-performance, and desirable. Musk's strategy wasn't just about making EVs practical, it was about making them aspirational. Tesla cars didn't just transport you, they made a statement. With their sleek designs, cutting-edge technology, and growing network of superchargers, Tesla positioned itself as the ultimate alternative to traditional combustion engines. Consumers didn't just want an EV, they wanted a Tesla. Furthermore, advancements in battery technology, charging infrastructure, and the development of more powerful electric motors have significantly contributed to the rise of EVs. Meanwhile, Toyota was taking a different approach. The Prius, introduced in 1997, was the world's first mass-produced hybrid car. It wasn't flashy, but it was practical, affordable, and incredibly efficient. Over time, the Prius became synonymous with eco-conscious driving. Toyota's investment in hybrid technology paved the way for a new era of cars that combined fuel efficiency with lower emissions, challenging the dominance of diesel in the process. Moreover, growing consumer awareness of environmental issues and a desire for cleaner transportation options have driven the demand for EVs and hybrids. Both companies didn't just capitalize on the weaknesses of diesel, they exposed them. Tesla highlighted the environmental and health benefits of going fully electric, while Toyota's hybrids offered a more immediate and accessible alternative to diesel and gasoline engines. Together, they created a one-two punch that left diesel reeling. The fall of diesel was not just a technological shift, it was a cultural one. Cities across Europe, once the stronghold of diesel cars, began banning older diesel vehicles from their streets. London introduced its ultra-low emission zone, or ULEZ, charging drivers of high-polluting cars hefty fees to enter the city center. Paris, Madrid, and Athens announced plans to ban diesel cars entirely by 2030. Automakers scrambled to adapt. Volkswagen pledged to invest billions in electric vehicles, determined to shed its tarnished reputation and compete with Tesla. Other manufacturers like Volvo and General Motors announced plans to phase out internal combustion engines altogether. The race to go green had begun, and diesel was left in the dust. Even in countries like India and China, where diesel once had a stronghold, governments began incentivizing EVs and hybrids. Massive investments in renewable energy and charging infrastructure signaled a clear shift away from fossil fuels. Additionally, the increasing cost of oil and the decreasing cost of battery production have made EVs more economically viable. Diesel, once the engine of progress, was now seen as a relic of a polluted past. The death of diesel is more than just the story of an engine's decline. It's a symbol of humanity's broader push toward sustainability. Tesla and Toyota didn't just kill diesel, they ushered in a new era of clean energy and innovation. Their success forced governments, industries, and consumers to rethink their priorities and embrace a greener future. But the story isn't over. The transition to electric vehicles brings its own challenges, from the environmental impact of lithium mining to the strain on power grids. As we move forward, the lessons of diesel's rise and fall remind us of the importance of innovation, accountability, and adaptability in shaping the future of transportation. So the next time you see a Tesla silently whiz by or a Toyota hybrid cruising down the road, remember they aren't just vehicles, they're symbols of a revolution that left diesel in the dust. This is the story of how Tesla and Toyota killed the engine of the 20th century, and why the future belongs to them.